Hello, my name's Quincy Wilson. I'll be playing the role of Biff.
Hi, I'm Christian Luvianos, and I'm going to be playing Happy.
And,
I'm Octavio, and I'm Willy.
and this is Death of a Salesman.
He's going to get his license taken away if he keeps that up. I'm getting nervous about him, you know, Biff?
Well, his eyes are going.
No, I've driven with him. He sees all right. He doesn't keep his mind on it, you know? I drove into the city with him last week. He stops at a green light, and then it turns red, and he goes.
Well, maybe he's colorblind.
Pop? Why, he's got the finest eye for color in the business. You know that.
Hey, I'm going to sleep.
You're not still sour on Dad, are you, Biff?
Oh, he's all right, I guess.
Yes, sir. 80,000 miles. 82,000.
You smoking?
Want one?
I can never sleep when I smell it.
What a sodomizing job.
Funny, Biff, you know. I was sleeping in here again. The old beds. All the talk that went across these two beds, huh? Our whole lives.
Yeah, a lot of dreams and plans.
About 500 women would like to know what was said in this room.
You remember that big Betsy something? What the hell was her name? Over on the Bushwick Avenue.
With the collie dog?
That's the one. I got you in there, remember?
Yeah, that was my first time, I think. Boy, there was a pig. You taught me everything I know about women. Don't forget that.
I bet you forget how bashful you used to be, especially with the girls.
Oh, I still am, Biff.
Oh, go on.
I just learned to control it, that's all. I think I got less bashful and you got more so. What happened, Biff? Where's the old humor, the old confidence? What's the matter?
Why does Dad mock me all the time?
He's not mocking me.
Everything I say, there's a twist of mockery on his face. I can't get near him.
He wants you to make good, that's all. I wanted to talk to you about Dad for a long time, Biff. Something's happening to him. He talks to himself.
I noticed that this morning, but he always mumbled.
But not so noticeable. It got so embarrassing, I sent him to Florida. And you want to know something? Most of the time he's talking to you.
What's he say about me?
I can't make it out.
What's he say about me?
I think the fact that you're not settled, that you're still kind of up in the air.
Look, there's one or two other things that's depressing him, Hap.
What do you mean?
Never mind, just don't lay it all on me.
But I think if you just got started, I mean, is there any future for you out there?
I tell you, Hap, I don't know what the future is. I don't know what I'm supposed to want.
What do you mean?
Well, I spent 6 or 7 years after high school trying to work my way up. Shipping clerk, salesman, business of one kind or another, and it's a measly manner of existence. To get on that subway in the hot mornings in summer, to devote your whole life to selling stock or making phone calls or buying or selling, to suffer 50 weeks out of the year for the sake of a 2-week vacation, when all you really desire is to be outdoors with your shirt off, to always have to get ahead of the next fellow. And still, that's how you make a future.
Well, you really enjoy it on a farm? Are you content out there?
I've had 20 or 30 different jobs since I came back home before the war, and they always turn out the same. I just realized it lately. In Nebraska, when I herded cattle, and in the Dakotas, in Arizona, and now in Texas, that's why I came home now, I guess. Because I realized it. This farm I was working on. It's spring there now, see? And there's about 15 new colts. There is nothing more inspiring than the sight of a mare and new colt. And it's cool there now. Texas is cool now, and it's spring. And whenever spring comes to where I am, I suddenly get the feeling, my God, I'm not going anywhere. What the hell am I doing running around with horses for $28 a week? I am 34 years old. I ought to be making my future out there. And that's when I come running home. And now I get here, and I don't know what to do with myself. I've always made a point of not wasting my life. Now every time I come back here, I know that all I've done is to waste my life.
You're a poet. You know that, Biff? You're an idealist.
No, I'm messed up very bad. Maybe I ought to get married. Maybe I ought to get stuck into something. Maybe that's my problem. I'm like a boy. I'm not married. I'm not in business. I'm like a boy. Are you content, happy? Well, you're a success, aren't you? Are you content?
Hell no.
Why? You're making money, aren't you?
All I can do now is wait for the merchandise manager to die. And suppose I get to be merchandise manager? He's a good friend of mine, and he just built a terrific estate on Long Island. And he lived there about 2 months and sold it, and now he's building another one. He can't enjoy it once it's finished. And I know that's just what I would do. I don't know what the hell I'm working for. Sometimes I sit in my apartment alone, and I think of the rent I'm paying. And it's crazy, but then it's all I've ever wanted. My own apartment, a car, and plenty of women, and still, god damn it, I'm lonely.
Listen, why don't you come out west with me?
You and I, huh?
Sure. Maybe we could buy a ranch, raise some cattle, use our muscles. Men built like we are should be working out in the open.
The Loman Brothers, huh?
Sure, we'd be known all over the counties.
That's what I dream about, Biff. Sometimes I just want to rip my shirt off in the middle of the store and outbox that goddamn merchandise manager. I mean, I can outbox, outlift, and outrun anybody in that store. And I have to take orders from those petty sons of bitches till I can't stand it anymore.
I'm telling you, kid, if you were with me, I'd be happy out there.
See, Biff, everybody around me is so false that I'm constantly lowering my ideals.
Baby, together we'd stand up for one another. We'd have someone to trust.
If I were around you.
Problem is, Hab, we weren't brought up to grub for money. I don't know how to do it.
Neither can I.
Then let's go.
The only trouble is, what can you make out there?
But look at your friend. Builds an estate and then hasn't the peace of mind of living.
Yeah, but when he walks into the store, the waves pot in front of him. That's $52,000 a year coming through the revolving door. And I got more in my pinky finger than he's got in his head.
Yeah, but you just said...
I gotta show some of those pompous, self-important executives that Hap Loman can make the grade. I want to walk into the store the way he walks in. Then I'll go with you, Biff. We'll be together yet, I swear. But take those two we had tonight. Now, aren't they gorgeous creatures?
Yeah. Most gorgeous I've had in years.
I get that any time I want, Biff. Whenever I feel disgusted. The only trouble is, it gets like bowling or something. Just keep knocking them over and it doesn't mean anything. You stumbling around a lot?
No. I'd like to find a girl steady. Somebody with some substance.
That's what I long for.
Oh, go on. You'd never come home.
I would. Somebody with character, with resistance, like Mom, you know? You're gonna call me a bastard when I tell you this. That girl Charlotte I was with tonight is engaged and to be married in 5 weeks.
No kidding.
Sure, the guy's in line for vice presidency of the store. I don't know what gets into me. Maybe I just have an overdeveloped sense of competition or something. But I went and ruined her, and furthermore, I can't get rid of her. And he's the third executive I've done that to. Isn't that a crummy characteristic? And to top it all, I go to their weddings. Like, I'm not supposed to take bribes. Manufacturers offer me $100 bill now and then to throw an order their way. You know how honest I am, but it's like this girl, see? I hate myself for it because I don't want the girl. And still, I take it and I love it.
Let's go to sleep.
Guess we didn't settle anything, huh?
I just got one more thing I think I'm gonna try.
What's that?
You remember Bill Oliver?
Sure, Oliver's very big now. You want to work for him again?
Nah. But when I quit, he said something to me. He put his arm around my shoulder and he said, Biff, if If you ever need anything, come to me.
I remember that. That sounds good.
Yeah, I think I'll go to see him. If I could get $10,000 or $7,000 or $8,000, I could buy a beautiful ranch.
I bet he'd back you. Because he thought highly of you, Biff. I mean, they all do. You're well liked, Biff. That's why I say to come back here, we'll both have the apartment and I'm telling you, Biff, any babe you want.
Nah, with a ranch, I could do the work I love and still be somebody. I just wonder though, I wonder if Oliver still thinks I stole that carton of basketballs.
Oh, I think he forgot about that long ago, Biff. It's almost 10 years. You're too sensitive. Anyway, he didn't really fire you.
I know, but I think he was going to. I think that's why I quit. I never really knew if he knew or not. I know he thought the world of me, though. I was the only one he let lock up the place.
You gonna wash the engine, Biff?
Shh. You hear that?
He knows Mom can hear that, right?
Don't get your sweater dirty, Biff.
Isn't that terrible? Don't leave again, will you? You'll find a job. You gotta stick around. I don't know what to do about him. It's getting embarrassing.
What a Simonizing job.
Mom's hearing that!
No kidding, Biff. You got a date? Wonderful.
Go on to sleep, but talk to him in the morning, will you?
With Ma in the house? Brother.
I wish you'd have a good talk with him.
Selfish, stupid piece.
Shh. Sleep, Biff.
See,